Welcome to the big 150th episode
Woo!
of the NERO Show. In today's episode,
I'm going back to the wind tunnel and I'm bringing Chris with me this time. We chat through what bikes we're going to test and we want your input on how we spec the bikes for the wind tunnel testing.
new pedals from Look and Ekoi, and is that a new Ultimate or a new Aeroad? We work it out. All right, let's get into it. All right, the shirt was a big hit last week, Jesse. It was massive in the comments. So we're following it up this week. Shirt number 2.
Tommy Bahama, what's this number?
It was slightly more of, a little more of a summer feel this week. I felt there was, quite a sort of normcore look last week, but I got some advice on how to approach the sleeve length. That was criticised quite heavily, actually. So I've adapted, and we'll see. We'll see how the comments react this week. In other news, we've got some plans afoot. The NERO show's going.
Yeah, going back to the wind tunnel. You're coming this time. I'm going to get Chris on a bike and test the S5. So what's the plan? S5, V, Quick Pro with Chris on them.
Yep.
Now, do we have a third bike lined up? There needs to be 3.
There needs to be a third bike. That is true. What
are the options?
What are the options?
Do we have any options at the moment?
Well, I mean, no.
Okay.
But we've both sort of decided this is an aero bike test. So there's no point bringing in a climbing bike or even a do-it-all. We kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
So then you're kind of looking, all right, we've gone mainstream, one of the fastest mainstream bikes, completely unknown, but kind of like how it rides, Asian bike. I think we stick towards that sort of angle. Potentially the new wind space, an option.
Because I'm thinking the whole point of doing it is to answer most people's curiosity and answer a question that's out there. So I'm kind of like, what's going to get the most clicks?
Yep.
Is what's the best thing to test. So I think, I was thinking probably this wind space T1600 would be the next most curious one after the Quick Pro. Or you throw in a Seeker Spear or SL8. I'm not opposed to that. It's just that we know how fast an SL8 is roughly, and we know the Seekers around that. So I'm kind of like, what's that going to answer? Maybe just to see individually with you what the difference is between one of these do-it-all ones and a new S5, which might be interesting.
It does, like from a absolutely selfish perspective, there is a part of me that wonders, because it was a little with the cycling news testing, and when we had Josh on, I think you came away from, because it was relatively transferable, their testing, and so they were able to compare previous year's testing to this year's testing, and this year's testing with the aero bikes. The previous years had a lot of those do-it-alls in it, and the differences. He seemed to be suggesting that the differences weren't that big.
That was one of my. I have totally forgotten my own takeaway was that there's, by the time you put a rider on it, there's not a huge. No, maybe we do need a do-it-all. Okay.
SL8 in Adelaide. Maybe does Duran Rider still got his? Take the flat pedals off it and slam it. See how we go.
No, I do. I think that would be interesting. Yeah. SL8 versus S5 versus Quick Pro. Yep.
Now, the actual reason, or one of the reasons, rationale for being down there is Ben Caden will be testing some wheels. And that's
his last name's not Caden, by the way. I just call him Ben Caden.
Oh, right. What's his last name?
I don't know.
You don't know? Just Ben Wheels. All right. He's in my phone as Ben Caden. So that's clearly incorrect.
I think that's copied my contact.
Right. So he's testing some wheels, and we're piggybacking off the back of that to throw some bikes into those wheels. And so we can test the scopes as well against his wheels. And
yes, he's redone his wheel to try and beat the scopes, because it was like basically neck and neck last time. So he's redone the rim, come back, try and beat it. So that's the main premise of the test. So the question then, you're testing S5 Quick Pro, and let's say you can get your hands on an SL8.
Yep.
What wheels do you test in them? Do you go because we can't like abuse his test and spend the whole day. So here we kind of have to streamline. Do you do the stock wheels or standardize the wheels? put Cadence 60s in all of them.
I think you standardise the wheels.
Mhm.
That was the other thing that came out of that cycling news test for me, that there was a potential that the package wasn't
Mhm.
quite what I was led to believe, and that and anecdotal, like if you look at those Caden wheels, they are so similar in many ways to the reserve ones. So I think you standardise the wheels.
Same. Yep.
And you rip in that way.
Okay.
And what about, should we also mention the skin suits?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really interested in this.
Yeah, so the other thing, we will also test the current version of the NERO suit, our prototype version that we're doing for 2026, and a good competitor's well-renowned, we aero test our stuff skin suit. Yep. So that'll be interesting to see on you what's fast, what's slow, what the differences are. And if the skin suits are, if the new skin suit's an absolute dog, then I'll have to go back to the drawing board, change the fabrics. So we will see. That'll be interesting. So that's part of we're going in early December.
Yep.
How are you going to get an SL8? You've never even ridden one.
Never even ridden one. Well, we've got connections in Adelaide, don't we? Bike Society. Hear us now.
Is this just? Is this just warming up the?
Well, yes, potentially.
Have we reached out yet?
They don't return my calls. Haven't for a long time. Like that's been well and truly. That phone line's been dead for a while.
Okay.
Seemingly.
Well, that's anyway. That's the plan.
That is the plan.
Okay.
Who do you want to see win? Are you rooting for anyone? What are your expectations?
I'm selfishly, for getting more views, I would love it if the Quick Pro beat an S5. I've the thumbnail I can see. I can envision the thumbnail. So
shocked face.
So that'd be cool. But on the other hand, I would love everything to be neat. S5 fastest, Quick Pro and SL8 similar is what I would be nice to see, to kind of sort of stick with what is people think reality is about that.
My prediction?
Oh yeah, let's do predictions. Yeah. Okay, what I'm going to do, let's say Chris Miller and I don't know what wind speed they're going to put the tunnel at. I'll try and get him to do 45.
I ride at 50 everywhere. You know?
So he tests the wheels at 50, but I would like to try and do it at 45 for the rider on bike test, so that it's like the similar wind speed to Tour Magazine. And let's say with you on it, it's let's say 300 watts, 45k an hour. Let's say the new S5 was 300. Where would you put the Quick Pro and the SL8?
Yeah, good question. So this is going to, I think, come down a bit to the way we do I know they standardize the yaw angle stuff, but I still think that the S5 will be the flat track bully.
No. No? I want the averaged number.
Oh, you want average
final
numbers?
Number.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know what.
Yep. Okay.
S5's 300. Quick Pro, faster or slower? And how much?
45.
Now you've ridden them, so you can kind of, you can feel the wattage. Give us a number. I'm going to write these down.
Okay. My honest to God prediction is I don't feel like the Quick Pro is going to be quite narrow enough at the front end to be faster than the S5. I just don't know what that fork is doing. Okay. I looked at it the other day because we're setting it up with Edwin and I. We're trying to just dial the geometries in as much as we can before we get down there, and then we're going to do it again. But that fork is just wild when you get up there. I just have no idea what it's going to be doing. I think there is a world where it's faster.
No. I don't want a world. I want Chris Miller. Give me a what?
I'm predicting, so 300 being the S5 baseline.
Yep.
297.
Oh, you reckon it's going to beat it?
Okay. I think, why not? Like, be boring to sit on the fence. I genuinely did. No, I mean, I think there's something in that fork. Okay. I think it's stupid. We'll find out.
All right. And where do you think the SL8 would come in?
Yeah, well, that's going to stick in line with where we've seen it. It'll be 304.
Okay.
But if I could expand that slightly,
my
feeling would be that the S5 will still be that flat track bully at your 0 degrees, it will dominate. Then the Quick Pro's fork will take over at wider yaw angle.
Here we go.
Similar to what we see with the Factor prototype. It'll take over a bit at the wider yaws, and that's where it dominates.
There's some flow happening.
There's so much laminar flow happening out there.
I'm going to say I do not think the Quick Pro will beat the S5. I reckon the Quick Pro will be 305.
Okay.
And the SL8 will be 310. That's my prediction.
Okay. The worst result is like the Quick Pro's a pure dog. It's like 315. And because that will really challenge me because I feel like the bike is fast. And so if the test shows that it's just not, then I'm back to the drawing board.
Okay.
With all my sensations.
Next question. What bottles do you run? The bottles make it because the only thing the wheels will be standard.
Yeah.
The handlebars, you'll have to you'll just move your hands to get the body in the right position.
What's the protocol? Don't you just take the bottle cages off?
You could. Yeah. But that's not but the problem is if you take the bottles off, you never ride with no bottles. So I think you either go round bottles or if you're someone like me who is happy to commit to an aero bottle, like I still run those Cannondale aero bottles. I do the
No,
aero
I
bottles.
think what we should do is we should go and have a look at what the Cervelo testing protocol that they documented in that white paper was and see what they do.
But if they run their own, but that won't work because if they ran their own aero bottle, you can't.
No, they wouldn't have run an aero bottle.
Okay.
No way. Okay. I'll double check that.
Okay.
But I would go with whatever to be fair, whatever their testing protocol is bottles wise, I think we should probably stick to that.
I think it's one round bidden on the down tube and nothing on the seat tube.
I agree.
Okay.
I'll find that out.
No bottle cage on the seat tube, just one standard bottle cage down tube. That would be what you say. Personally, I would like to test them all with an aero bottle because I think the newer aero bottles aren't that annoying to use. Most people that we've seen in the Dog or Fast bike are happy to use an aero bottle. So I think it would be better to test with an aero bottle because it'll benefit the frames that are slightly longer and narrower.
It'll benefit the Quick Pro even more because it's got the little nozzle.
So that's what I would say. Let us know in the comments. Let's maybe go and first person to watch this, leave a comment what you think and thumbs up the one you rate, and then we will let the people decide in the comments here on YouTube, I think. Oh, and if it's an aero bottle, what one? I don't want to do let's just do the Trek, like maybe the Trek one.
The Trek one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. All right, now this week, Jesse, we are supported by Silka, and it is that time of year. The blackest of Fridays is nearing us in the calendar at the moment. And they've got a sale.
Yeah, well, pretty much
sale.
almost the entire site's on sale. So it's started now. Free shipping in the US over $99, and you're getting like there's a sort of a base sale. Most of the stuff, even their best sellers. So the Ultimate Tubeless Sealant, the Hot Melt Wax, the Super Secret Chain Lube, 28% off, 25% off, 18% off. So even this isn't just sort of discounting some of the clearance stuff. This is a sale from all their best-selling products that we've spoken about. So this is the time to get stocked up on your Silka. Here's one I thought you might like while you're in there. Ultimate Graphene Spray Wax. You do your bike clean, and you just give it a nice waxing, a nice coating. When it gets wet and the mud gets on there, it just slides right off and helps protect the paint. So it's a nice little sort of bougie option if you like to keep your bike clean. Give it a bit of a graphene spray coating. Now, that's the Black Friday sale. If you use code... Now, this is going to be confusing, but if you use code NEROSHOW15, you will be getting 5% off the discounted sale items. So if you're getting an item that's on sale, you'll be getting 5% extra using that code. If you're getting a product that is not on sale, you'll be getting the regular 15% off But basically everything's already on sale.
Exactly.
So that's massive.
That's sick.
An extra, usually most of the time codes don't work on already discounted products. So that's pretty cool.
So head to silka.cc for that. And a big thanks to Silka for supporting the Nero Show. News roundup. bits and pieces. It's slim pickings out there, Jesse. Let's not beat around the bush.
It is.
But we'll see. So are we going to attempt to pixel peep, or is this fake news? Like, this is, I mean, we were stretching the realms of reality when we were talking about the new S5 with those pictures.
Yeah.
I think this is potentially
This is
taking
another
it
level,
to
yeah.
another level, because we can't even determine whether we think this is a new Aeroad or a new Ultimate. That's how
I think
pixelated we are.
Personally, I think it's pretty clear.
What do you think?
Oh, I think it's an Ultimate. Sorry, I think it's an Aeroad.
No, you're wrong. That's an Ultimate.
I-
It's got to be an Ultimate.
I couldn't disagree more.
Okay.
I think that down tube, unless they're changing the Ultimate from a climbing bike to an out and out do it all, I am not seeing an Ultimate here. That looks like a pretty big down tube from what I'm seeing just left of Matthew van der Poel's right leg. I think that's too much down tube for an Ultimate. But if this is the Ultimate, from what I'm seeing here, this is a proper do-it-all revision. Like, they basically, I'd say this would look like, I mean, that Canyon logo is stretched all the way across the tube. Like, that's not a climbing bike down tube. So if this is the Ultimate, then I'm excited, because this looks like a pretty drastic update.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the way this cycle works, there is no way that this is an Aeroad. So Aeroad was released in 2024. Ultimate was 2022. So this has to be whatever you want to call that Ultimate's iteration being ridden here. No two ways about it. I'm with you. Like, this is, to me, the opposite of what the R5 was. This is, instead of just tripling down on making a climbing bike, this is making a 6.8 kilo do-it-all that is potentially relevant to your pro team. Because as we know, the R5, sadly, is just not relevant to that pro team. And so maybe this becomes, again, where a do-it-all fits in 2026 is a whole other story.
Well, that's
but
a problem. Their CFR is, in their slop freaking Alpecin specs, like 7.5.
Yeah.
But in a decent build anyone else is doing, it's 6.8.
But the only thing I'll say, and I've said this with the SL9, is expect aero bikes to be, like, expect the Y1 RS to be borderline plain sailing in terms of some of the frame sculpturing that's going to be happening with the new wave of aero bikes. So by that, I mean the new Aeroad might just be a really out there design that's not suited to everyday's racing, even though the Y1 RS has proved itself to be an everyday racing flagship.
We're probably not going to see this for ages, though, right?
No.
I mean, it's November. They're not going to roll this thing out to the tour, you would have thought.
No.
Oh, classics? Van der Poel?
This would be, so they're, what did they do? I think they're a Criterium de Dauphiné. They love a little sneak peek around there.
Okay.
That'd be your go.
Yep. Bit of a camo colorway or something at the Dauphiné and roll it out at the tour. Okay.
Great to see Freddie Overt getting some more attention, though. Fantastic.
Don't be jealous. All right.
I thought he was a specialised boy. But anyway, that's anyway. What else you got? You got bloody pedals. You're getting.
Oh, did you see these? So this is a freaking good idea. Look, Keo Vision pedals have inbuilt lights to make you 5.5 times more visible.
And also give drivers cardiac arrests with the amount of flashing that's, like you go into a movie theater and it's like this film contains dangerous flashing lights. That's what this thing is. This thing will have people spinning all over the roads behind you.
Oh, it's better than getting hit by a car.
It is better than getting hit by a car. I do agree with that. I don't know. Don't you think like 2 lights spinning around in front is almost like distracting for a
I mean, I haven't seen what it looks like in action, so I can't tell. Maybe. Yeah, there's a potential because like at the bottom of the pedal stroke, your heel, if you're a heel dropper, one of us heel droppers, then you won't see it and then it'll be flashing. So yeah, I could see that. But at the end of the day, if it's bright enough.
Be safe, be seen.
And it's sort of reflecting up off the road, then it's a pretty smart, in terms of getting attention, smart place for a light.
I think we mentioned this because it was ridden by, this is Ekoi's new pedal system, Jesse, the PW8. And it was ridden by the Blue Conti team in France.
Here we go. Blue Conti team in France.
Delco Marseille.
Okay.
Yep. Those guys. Anyway, they took it to the start line and the UCI stopped them from riding and they had to go back to the car and put Shimano cleats on. Eventually, it's now gone through the correct processes and the pedal revolution has begun, Jesse. We have a pedal shoe system. So the PW8, and the big thing about this is this massive pedal, right? But it has an 8 mil stack height, which is tiny by all accounts.
Mm-hmm.
But the absolute stitch up is it's a pedal system. So not only have you got to buy the pedal, you got to buy the shoes, buddy. You got to buy the shoes. So fake news here or?
Well, initially I thought, oh, they're claiming like bigger contact patch and it's more. And I'm like, yeah, but when you got a like immovably stiff carbon sole, what difference does the pedal to shoe contact patch make? Because your shoe's not moving anyway. You could be standing on a knife's edge if you got a stiff as anything carbon shoe. It doesn't matter. But their claims is how they're getting to this, wattage saving is it's super light. So tie axles, it's lighter than Dura-Ace pedals. The low stack height, that's a thing.
That is a thing.
Lower, like you just lower down, save a bit of drag. Sure. Larger contact surface, power transfer and feeling of stability.
The shoes look kind of slop, not going to lie.
And then this is a Road CC article. When we first read about the PW8 system, a surprisingly large 8-watt power saving was touted. We were keen to dive a bit deeper behind if these claims and how the figures came about. We've seen in 100% of the tests a benefit. There we go. It's not that when you fit this, every single rider will save 8 watts. It can depend on the rider. But yes, each time we have made some tests, statistically it is more efficient. Today's riders are always calculating their CDA. That is what counts, especially in time trials, but also on the road. The PW8 system will reduce your CDA because you will get more compact because your combination of the pedal and shoe has a lower stack height. So I think they're leaning more towards the stack height difference. And that's like for the time trial people, that 100%. Is a thing. That's why they all went to speed plays and got the cleats recessed in the shoe. That was a whole, Dowsett spent years about banging on about stack height. So that's not total codswallop.
And not to mention the frontal area of the pedal is much smaller as well. So you remember old mate who we were doing that ride with who had the bottom of the pedals gaffer taped.
Yes, duct taped.
Duct taped. I mean, there are watts there underneath your shoes, especially in that time trial scenario.
But the other thing going for this is it's not that extreme. It's just a low stack height pedal with a wider body that clips in like a normal cleat. It's just that you have to buy the specific shoes. Okay. But you know what? I actually don't hate it. So it's officially
launched.
Okay,
yes.
Good to go.
I mean, I agree. That massive contact. I mean, I know this doesn't mean anything, but I feel like that's kind of reassuring. You got this massive contact point underneath you.
But so it's been released, but does that mean it's UCI legal?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That is the.
Who runs Ekoi? That's one of the
Lotto.
Yeah, I mean usually that's the helmets.
Yeah. Team NERO Racing 2017 ran Ekoi.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
There you go.
I'll bring up some B-roll of that. Little blue sunglasses, quite dashing. I think Alex Abel still runs them, actually. One last little pedal rumour. The Shimano Power Meter Shit Show.
Yep.
2027, new Shimano, power meter in the pedal.
Easy.
Done. Next.
It just makes sense. It's with you, you transfer between bikes.
Smooth it on.
You just put the pedals on.
Done.
You don't. When you sell your bike, you're not selling the power meter. Like if everyone just had power meter pedals, the whole problem would be solved. So good.
Fastest solution.
Yep.
I hope they do it. That's the rumor trundling around.
Here we go.
US has a new bike racing team. A new road bike racing team.
Did we chat about this when this first released?
No, we didn't.
Okay, because this was in our notes at some stage. I don't think we quite got around to chatting about it.
They hadn't really released any news about it.
No, it was just an Instagram page with a photo of George Hincapie.
Yes, basically.
So, right, so we got the roster.
So the George Hincapie's Modern Adventures.
Okay.
You would have thought that sounds like a gravel team, but it's not. It's going to be a UCI Pro team in 2026. So for those of you new to the equation, that is the level just beneath the World Tour. So their riders are professional, essentially.
They will all be getting a salary. Continental level doesn't require a salary. Pro team does. Any names on the roster that stand out to you?
Scott McGill. Is he the guy on Bonk Bros?
On Bonk Bros.
I think he is.
There's a sentence you wouldn't have heard 2 years ago.
I think he is. Isn't that the guy
of Bonk Bros?
Bonk Bros.
Is he?
I think so. I think he's the roadie on that. Because all the other ones race gravel slop, but he's actually like a proper racer. I think he raced on Echelon.
Okay.
Echelon.
He's a proper
I could be
racer.
totally wrong.
Okay.
Well, he does. He's like legit. He's won UCI
Dylan
stages.
Johnson's a proper racer.
Mr. 17th. Yeah. I don't know. I could be totally wrong.
Okay.
No, look. No, this is all. I actually do genuinely think this is pretty good news. Like,
yep.
And this is a massive missed market that hopefully gets tapped into. So, the kind of, from what I understand, the talented kid is this Cole Kessler fella.
Okay.
Under 23 ITT champion. He's had a couple of seasons with Little Trek Future Racing. But young development rider.
But you've also got these like US domestic scene stalwarts, Robin Carpenter, Sam Boardman, like 30 years old. They've been doing crits for forever.
Yep.
Like if you watch any of the USA crits, you'll recognize those names. So you've kind of got these older guys that still seem to be kicking around. And out of the international riders, should we go from Leo Hayter?
Yep.
Big name. 24 from GB. Stefan de Bod was coming from, this is kind of so funny. It's like South African rider moving from Terengganu cycling. So that's that Singaporean
one. Yeah.
Team. But he's an ex-World Tour rider.
So he went from World Tour to Terengganu.
Yeah.
Terengganu wasn't Sapporo.
No,
different one.
Different.
Okay.
That was a Japanese team. They're a good team.
Yeah. Couple of Kiwis.
Yeah.
So Paul Wright, who's the road race champion. He's younger than you.
So should we have a look at some of the sponsors? Like who's funding this thing? Because it is a good thing for domestic bike racing in the US. And I think there's a bit of a trickle down here. Like you have a US based pro team. It's good for the riders. That's then good for the domestic racing because riders want to get on that team, so they're all entering, and then it just kind of creates this buzz. So Modern Adventure Travel, it's that the title sponsor. It's offering curated small group trips, private retreats, and custom journeys worldwide. So that's why it's called Modern Adventure Pro Cycling. Looks like they're going to be on Factors for the boys.
Oh yeah, good spot. Didn't see that. Okay.
Yep. So it's a classic. It's almost like the Legion setup. You got Factor, SRAM, Hincapie's doing the kit. It looks like. So Hincapie runs a custom sportswear brand company, and so he's doing the kit himself.
Oh, and you've got a metal contractor.
Yep.
Fantastic. You've got to get a European start. You've got to have some industrial
bit of US steel in there.
Steel in there. Donald will be very pleased with
Ekoi?
that. Ekoi, the pedals.
Will the boys be on the new pedals?
Oh, well, there's 8 watts.
The whole team will be 8 watts faster. That's what you want.
Fantastic news.
Black Ink, obviously, because it's a Factor team, and that's additional partners. Who we got? Hammerhead, Carouse for the boys, Finish Line for your slop lube, Michelin Tires,
Look, slop jackets, Columbia.
No.
Bad après gear. Training Peaks. Chem Station. Fantastic. I love it when a pharmaceutical company sponsors a bike racing team. That's always good. Eagle Creek, my wife will be delighted.
Sorry, Chem Station specializes in high quality industrial cleaning chemicals.
Oh, okay.
Not
enough.
Pharmaceutical products.
Maybe they can outsource. Eagle Creek, everything will be organised in their luggage. It's fantastic news. And yeah, they've got the little Echelon 1 club where you can go and join and be part of the journey. But yeah, this kind of stuff, if set up sustainably, and it looks like it can be, is actually a really big deal for domestic racing because, like you said, it provides a visible pathway for people to get around and also someone to support in local racing. The only thing I will say, this is going to be a fucking hard season.
Okay. Yep.
Don't you think?
What do you mean?
This team.
We don't even know what racing they're doing.
Well, that's almost my point. It's like, what's a good outcome? Getting a result in the Dutch Camise could be a good outcome. Really, this is going to be a tough because it's hopefully a European-based racing calendar.
Yeah, okay.
That's got to be what George is doing here. Not like a kind of fake Conti team that's on the West Coast. The results could be hard to come by. That's all.
Now, I'm all positive of the team. It would be remiss of me not to I'm just going to float something.
Float away.
And everyone just relax.
Okay.
This is
Chill.
I'm not hating.
No,
I'm just going to float it.
Just float.
Because it's reasonable.
You're allowed to.
What about the L-A word and the D word? There's not even mentioned on the website. It's totally separate, but you've got Hincapie. Will this, I don't...
a rider's going to be...
What's, does it...
Training camp with the boys?
Not even that. I'm just like, are we there yet? Are we all, is it far enough in the past that we're happy? Is anyone going to bring it up or are we, where are you? Chris Miller, did it even come to mind or are you pretty happy to just...
It's interesting, isn't it? Because if this was a Spanish team and this is, don't throw anyone under the bus, or if it's Jan Ulrich's team or something from that era, am I all of a sudden saying, "Oh, how's this guy involved? This is a joke."
Or is there an element of sort of Hincapie's contributed enough since to essentially rehabilitate his image that we're all, happy with this? I'll just say personally, it doesn't bother me. This one doesn't bother me. Which might be hypocritical because, I chatted last week about Movistar and the doping thing there and other team staff were involved in doping. So that I'm totally aware this could be hypocritical for me. I don't know. But for me, I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
Well, clearly, worryingly, it doesn't bother me enough to have even thought about this.
Yeah, see, that's funny. Why haven't you even
when
thought
you
about
brought it up?
I mean, Hincapie is tied at the hip to the biggest doping scandal that's ever been involved in the sport and it didn't even come to mind.
And I'm just sitting here thinking, great for the kids. Go, you boys. Yeah.
Which it is, but...
Yet last week I'm there going, it's a disgrace that any of those people are even involved in the sport anymore. I am very, very now aware of how incredibly...
No, it is...
biased. I'm biased.
It is very biased and... contradictory. I will absolutely look. So I don't know. What do you? I mean, for everyone listening, what do you? I'm happy for if there is a bit of a. I don't know. What do the commenters think? What do you? I'm keen to get the vibe of this. I think actually, I don't know what most people would think. Sorry, most Americans would think. I don't know how they get their head around this one. But for me, I think it's good for. Yeah. The USA Cycling to have another team coming up.
It's weird because when I think about it, in my brain, in my mind, I don't see a scenario where Cole Kessler's sitting down with Lance and Lance is going, well, actually, what you do is this. This is the protocol, right? Start here. And I find in my brain, I don't know whether... I don't know what. I just don't see it like that. Whereas last week, I see this scenario where Movistar rider is sitting down and our doctor is going, well, this is your protocol.
You can see.
I can see
isn't that part of the rehabilitation process? You're kind of saying, well, or at least in your brain, they're different because you feel like the sun has been so shone on the whole issue, and it's been enough period of time where you think it wouldn't be murky. You think it'd be all above board, which is fair. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. But I could understand if people go, "You two idiots! What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you followed any of this Bradley Wiggins stuff?
Not really. I saw I had a brief look over it that he's
having a lot of difficulties mentally,
and now he's got counseling.
Can I throw a bit of a conspiracy out there?
No, just explain what you're talking about. What was the latest thing that came up? He's getting trauma therapy in the US.
He's getting trauma therapy in the US.
From Lance's.
Lance is paying for it. It's a long story. Essentially, Bradley Wiggins is bankrupt. He's lived a very challenging life post riding is an understatement. And he's got some pretty severe mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of which stem from all of which stem from his life as a professional cyclist on Team Sky.
Mm.
And, Lance is helping him out with therapy. Isn't that good? That he's, getting the help that he needs, that he can't pay for it. Isn't that great? Or...
Here we go. Cogs are turning.
Isn't it great because Wiggo's struggling with a lot of stuff in his mind, in his brain, potentially shit that he's seen that he wants to share, that he can't share, and that's eating him up inside. And his mate Lance has seen this and gone, oh shit, let's make sure that gets taken care of before you say something you and I live to regret. So I'm going to help you out with some therapy so you don't bring up those dark secrets that we don't want you to talk about. Or is that too much of a conspiracy? And
it's pretty. That's a good. Yep.
Okay.
That bow's been drawn.
Okay.
Firstly, why would Lance care if Wiggins goes on a tell-all?
Well, because to this date, Lance has denied when he came back. Clean. He was clean.
Okay. Wasn't that pre-Wiggins?
No, that was Wiggins' era. So Wiggins was riding on. So they were rivals at that point.
Okay.
Actual rivals. So Wiggins was on Garmin's Slipstream, I'm going to say. And yeah, those two comeback years, they were rivals.
Yeah. Okay. So not that. My other point would be, does it matter? I don't know. If someone needs help and you're helping them, maybe there's a side interest. I don't know. Does it matter? I don't know.
No,
does it matter?
Does it matter?
It's just help. Seems like he's just helping out a mate. Now, maybe there is an ulterior motive, but if that gets Wiggo out of whatever the fuck,
100%,
then it doesn't really matter, does it?
I think this is a very, very scary situation for Wiggo. I think a lot of people have said that this is, there's some dark thoughts in that man, and so the faster that gets looked after, the better.
He was already hanging out with him. I mean, he was already on the move. He's already in sort of the bubble. I don't know why
they're mates.
Yeah, but I don't know why this came out as news that he's going to something. Like, how did this even come out? Like, why is it news?
So I think Wiggo's been doing a press tour for his book. I think I'm right in saying, and then the people were asking him, "What are you doing next?" And he said, "Oh, look, I'm getting some help."
Oh, he announced.
He announced
okay,
it,
fair enough.
And said
yeah,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I've got that timeline right.
Yeah, it's probably not a topic I'd want to conspirarize on. I don't really.
No.
Yeah, I think it's greater good.
Yeah.
That one.
Do you? Yeah. No, I might take that another step. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope he gets help anyway.
Okay, we're down this fucking. Look, why don't we just step down again?
Let's go. Where do you want to go?
Sudan?
Okay.
No.
Jesus.
No.
Right.
Okay. I'm not. No. I just want to. Where?
I shouldn't laugh.
Can I?
Blaine,
No.
please,
Can
yes.
I know. What am I going to say here? So because we had the Gaza protest, and we were like, yeah, fair enough. But one of the pushbacks was sort of sport shouldn't be involved because it shouldn't be political, and this is kind of the slippery slope argument. And then what happens, right? But now we're kind of at the point where we're going, oh, this thing in Sudan's kicked up. This is no good.
Mm-hmm.
some reports that sort of the killing is already as bad as what happens in Gaza, and it's been much less length of time that it's been going on there, and that the rebels there have been supported by UAE. Now, that's not as black and white as the sort of the Gaza-Israel thing, because that UAE would just deny it, but that's sort of the reports. And so now it's starting to stir up of, well, why they... Not even in relation to cycling, but just in media in general, saying, oh, UAE supporting this crap in Sudan, blah, blah, blah. What's the precedent now? Like, are we expecting anti-UAE protesters?
It's not, it's not as black and white as an Israel versus Palestine conflict, but the UN has confirmed with independent tests, and it's the UN's belief that the UAE are militarily or financially involved with that RSF. So there is a clear link there, as far as I'm concerned. So where does this leave protesting, right? Where are we at? Is this the can of worms that we're just going to continue to go down
I'm
now?
thinking to it down under.
Yeah?
Are we... What?
Well, so the Palestinian protesters over here. Who are you? You're protesting the UAE. Okay, you're over here. Yeah, I mean the precedent's been set, hasn't it?
But the problem is, I wasn't necessarily. I thought, yeah, no, fair enough for that. But then it's like, I would then have to be fair enough. You're protesting at the Tour Down Under because this thing's still going on in Sudan, and you're protesting UAE riders being in there. Now, either that's just life because shit goes on and protesters want to make their point, which I would have to say is fair enough.
So are you struggling with the question of where does this end?
Yeah, my point is more, well, there's two tracks. There's like, where does this end in terms of like, what is the line? Because are people going to start protesting against
choose
the
your topic
US,
carefully.
choose US-based team for whatever fucking thing they've done? Or so where is this somewhat arbitrary line we've drawn? And if we are going to draw the line, how do you, like, you can't have serious protest every race. I mean, how are you going to run the sport? So do you then have to do you look at having to literally remove country-backed, state-backed teams and just have it private? I mean, but people could be against private companies anyway, but then I don't know. Sorry, I'm essentially just rambling. I just sort of sitting here going, no, this is
cycling is in a really weird, unique space like this, because not only is it a sport that has overtly nation-backed teams, so UAE is a nation-backed team to an extent. Israel was as well. But you also add into the mix that it's played out in an environment that's completely suited to protesting against.
True.
It's just on the road.
Yes.
So it's like this perfect storm of a sport that is both public-sided and has this backing of nation states that's easy to rally against. Yeah.
I guess I'm almost if there were sort of anti-UAE protest, I would have to be against them. I'd have to be for it. But then I'm like, well, where does that... Then that leaves me uncomfortably going, well, it really would screw the sport. Like, how are you supposed to run your sport
or Tour of UAE next year, half the teams don't go. I mean, there would be a world where Movistar don't go to UAE Tour. And then, so what then out of protest? So what then? Do the UCI fine them? I genuinely think that's a potential possibility. I think you'll definitely see riders not doing it next year. I mean, you may see full teams not doing it.
Okay.
Right. How on earth we segue into dog or fast bikes? But here we go. So there is a bit of a theme to these this week. So keep them in mind, and we'll come back to it at the very end.
The other thing you do, you put bloody influencers bikes in. I've got no idea, and I'm just ragging on them, and then suddenly, it's GC Performance's bike or someone else's.
We've ragged on
Mitch Boyer's bike.
Mitch Boyer's bike. I don't think we were cycling Tommy. We had his bike on. We shat all over that. I don't think we've had it. Oh no, Cam Nichols' BMC I think we gave that a fast bike,
Okay.
but only just.
Mm-hmm. But
Apart
I don't
from-
know
you
who
don't
they
know.
are.
No, you
so
never
that's
knows.
kind of the problem.
Okay.
But there's no special favors
No
in dog or
special
fast bike.
favors here. Bike 1
Mm-hmm.
is a BMC Team Machine R4. Oh, that's right, because they do a different spec.
Mm.
Okay. 58 centimeters. BMC one-piece bar stem. Cybre 170mm cranks. XKD Spider power meter. Very comparable to 4i. What do you mean comparable?
Very
They just
comparable
give it-
to 4i.
Isn't power? Okay.
It's an XKD watt. It's like a 4i watt. Okay.
Alu Gear 5440s, Dura-Ace 11. Oh, I like this. 5440, Dura-Ace 1134, Newman Steam all round. So these are the 4954s. I like that. 1300 grams, 24 internal, 33.5 external. 30mm Conti archetypes. So beautiful 1,000 kilometers on those. Galfers. Said I Galfed, he said gone out of favor. They're back.
Yes.
Sailor Italia SLR carbon saddle, titanium parts, 3D printed computer mount, 117 grams.
Interesting. So 7.2 kilos with pedals as pictured, and it's a size 56.
And that's the 4, so that's not the top of the range.
I
Team
don't
Machine.
think they do different layups in
Don't
the
you?
Team Machine R. No, I think
so
that's
it's
just
the
the
4
spec.
is based on what the group
It's
set
the-
spec was originally.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the Ultegra spec.
Okay.
The only custom layout they have on that is that Masterpiece edition. I think they only made 100 of them. This is a really nice looking
Lives
bike.
around Canberra. Lovely place to ride a
Ah.
bike, just quietly. So he'll be chopping off at Dick and Balls.
Stromlo.
Stromlo.
The course is
The
shaped
course is
like a
shaped-
penis, for those not aware, and scrotum attached.
7.2, as pictured. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
This is
Blacked
a
out.
nice. Come on,
That's a
that's
beauty. That's
a very
beauty.
nice bike.
Yeah.
I mean, pick something you don't like on that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just quick
That's
a fast bike.
fantastic.
and it's pretty light. It'd ride well.
You'd fly
it'd
up
be
Corran
quick.
Forest on that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's dangerous. I would be nervous road racing against someone on this.
Bike 2 is a Pinarello Dogma F54. Oh, he's done the My Way
Ooh,
custom paint job. Boralius Luxiter Blue.
Must be doing well.
White
Okay.
Talon ultra fast handlebars. Campy Super Record 13 speed. So
Ooh.
is this the bulbous one?
Well, have a look
Hang on, I
at
haven't
the,
got
have a
into
look at
it
the
yet.
rear wheel there.
The Bora WTO 3045s, THM Collecula crank, THM bottom bracket, of course.
Mhm.
Carbon tyres,
48.
4835,
Oh, dear.
tunes, Favero Asiomas. Now, I haven't got a weight there for you, have I? If I can dig that up. 6.96.
I was way off. With pedals?
6.9. Good question.
That's-
Don't know the answer to that.
Not 6.
I've just got weight semicolon 6.96.
Okay.
I haven't got that. Now, he lives in Switzerland.
Well,
He's got some Alpine passes
you're
there.
going to have to tell me a story here because there's just not. What's
Okay, so we're looking at a 290 FTP. He reckons that's about accurate.
Okay.
4-year-old coming off a 2019 F12 Dogma. Oh, I see. He's got a Dogma problem. Mhm. Okay.
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 It's just.
Okay. Now he's got a picture of. It's got a.
Man. So, just for those that might just be listening, this is essentially just a custom painted Dogma with an ugly 13-speed campy group set, pretty bog standard borers, and a super lightweight crank set and chainring. I just don't think that's a fast. No, it's just this is an expensive bike. I don't think the customizations are making this a fast bike. It's arguably slower than the stock spec.
Can I level with you? I think this is really ugly. I think it's a horrendous custom paint
Oh
job.
my god!
I'm really sorry.
Fuck, okay.
I mean,
you
I've
just went straight.
gotta
straight
call
for
it
the,
as I
straight
see
for
it.
the kill.
What
Okay.
what are these lines? There's
Yeah.
like a half fork
Yeah.
line that doesn't match to the middle line, and then that line appears on the seat stay line. Then all the bottom is that silvery color, and then there's a silver like splash of it at the top, and then matches the stem. This is abysmal.
And
it
the
looks
spaces are black. If
horrific.
the spaces were white and it was sort of like the BMC where it runs into the handlebars, it'd be all right. But the black spaces, yeah,
and it doesn't look like a real pearl white either. I think it's really, really ugly.
Yeah.
That's one of the ugliest dogmas I've ever seen. And this is coming from someone who froths dogmas.
yeah. And the rear derailleur, I mean, just look at it.
Jesus. I mean, clearly this young man has the financial ability to upgrade to the new one, which I'm sure he will do very soon, which isn't as bulbous and horrendous as this.
No.
But I'm sorry,
That's,
Michael. That's an unfortunate. It's a dog.
Dog of a bike.
All right, bike 3.
Okay.
First time on the show, I believe.
Hmm.
The Ridley Noah Fast, the new one,
Yep.
2025. I think it's the 3. I think they call it. 160 mil cranks, 56 43T chain rings, 1036, 150 mil superbox stem, 28 centimeter bike dock bars, Velo build bar ends, Trek RSL bottles, Polaris Descent 54 mil murdered out decals. He's got his Aero front tire. He's got his GP 5000. This boy listens to the NERO show, I tell you. However, he is running Orange Seal endurance.
Sorry, this isn't someone. This person's on forums. This is well beyond us.
He?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's left us for dust.
Okay, right. Favero pedals, because I have takeoffs from previous bikes and cleats to match. Jesse Coyle. Burke Lupina short saddle, slammed forward as far as the rails will go. Never had a failure. 20,000 miles and counting. Handles great. She's put 20,000 in this already. Not that old a bloody
On the
bike.
saddle.
Oh, on the saddle. Sorry, of course. Yeah. He tuned the whole bike based on a fit he wanted. It's actually something opposite of the Arne Peters philosophy. Interesting. The fit's about 90% there. He hasn't got it fully dialed.
Now, what's the FTP on this fella? Because a setup like this requires some wattage, in my opinion. Because you can't rock up to this with a 240 FTP. It's just too much going on. And the position's too fast.
Now, I don't have an FTP, Jesse.
No.
But what we do have is a fit video. We've sent it through. We'll play it as we discuss here through B-roll. But my concern here is there's clearly a lot of time being spent on the fit and not a lot of time being spent on the actual fitness. I don't think we're getting enough watts churned out here, unfortunately.
I'm going to agree. I'm judging the bike by what I'm seeing by the rider. I think it's too optimized, I think. Now, Jan Willem van Schip gets away with it because he's a decades-long pro.
But see, this guy's a lot lower. See, that's the difference. So this isn't the high stack spec. This is back to the old, we are full low.
No, it's just for Instagram.
Yeah.
This isn't an optimized bike. This is, I just want to look cool for 3 minutes when I'm tucked in off the front of the group. No.
I'd ride that bike though.
Now it's a dog.
Oh.
Remember the cycling news test?
Oh, yeah.
It's a slightly above mid pack for what looks like a time trial bike. Dog. Absolute dog. Sorry. And this person doesn't need a 5610. Even Chris Miller can barely spin one.
Chris Miller's got rid of his.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's going to hurt. Just, that's going to hurt.
Well,
I know.
you sent it in.
Are you sent it in? Bloke 4. My name is Dylan from Indiana, USA. I got something nice for you guys. Well, we'll be the judge of that, won't we? It's a 2020 S-Works Venge. Size 54. Color is Team USA Red. Freedom. Red is faster. I agree with that. Ultegra 11 Speed Di2 5339. Ultegra Durace Chain 1130 Cassette Durace Silker Waxed. It's got 170mm Durace cranks with Shimano power meter.
Would it?
Ceramic Speed OSPW is beautiful. New S-Works Power Evo saddle. Envy Foundation 5045s. He's got his GP 5000s. Envy Aero Bars 40 mils. Zip Service Course. Amazon Carbon Bottle Cages. Weight is 7.88 as pictured with pedals, cages, and mounts. No computer vario nor bottles. God bless America. This is an American bike. I love that color red. That is a very
proper
sexy
Ferrari red.
Yep, that is beautiful. And I love a white decal S-Works logo.
There's issues with this build though. Firstly, there's a magnet for the power meter. What is this, 2006? Get off that. That is embarrassing. Envy Foundation wheel set. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
If you want envies, get envies.
Yeah.
This is just not there. It's not it. Now the pos look would be.
I think the pos is on point.
I mean, I can picture his rock. Yeah, no,
Look
the
at that.
pos is looking good.
Look at that lever tilt.
Yeah.
Lever angulation.
Mm-hmm.
That is in there. No two ways about it.
The OSPW on an S-Works Venge, I'm here for 7.88 in a size 54. Now one of the first bikes we looked at was that BMC, size 56, 7.2. Now it's a hard sell.
The Venge carries with it a bit of steez, though. I do feel like it's still got.
It's the same speed as an SL8.
It is, but
they say.
I just feel like it does carry a little bit extra because, I mean.
No, look, for me, the era of like kudos pointing Avenge ended this episode.
That's it.
Because I'm pretty sure I did it 2 weeks ago. And this one's pushed me over the line.
Right.
I don't know. You know what? It's just the magnet-based power meter and the value envies are just not it. So I'm not giving it fast bike. I refuse. I stand my ground.
And all Venge owners are on notice, as with all SL7 owners.
No.
That the tide is turning.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to have to do more than that.
You're going to have to do more than a
where
nice
I'll leave
coloured
it.
red to get a fast bike. That, sadly, is a dog of a bike. Bike 5 is a 2025 Scott Foyle RC Pro HMX Team Q36.5 edition. XM carbon speed wheels. The hype is real. 65s, 26mm internal, 34 externals, 5mm carbon spokes, 1,300 grams, 32mm Conti's front and back. Shimano Ultegra Di2 5236 up front with 170mm cranks. Favero Asioma Duo power pedals. Syncross 3-piece seat post. Syncross foil 2-piece bar and stem combo. Right ultimate saddle. $3 AliExpress Supercaz knockoff bar tape. Aero bottles.
These Aero bottles again.
They're back. They're just.
What does it say? Anika. Ahika.
We need some NERO Aero bottles.
Yeah,
We've said this every week, but someone needs to
figure that out
for us. He's riding 5 to 10 hours a week. FTP of 370 to what? Okay. Naturally gifted. 370 watts. But more of a puncher.
1,070 watts for 30 seconds. All right.
Now, he's asked if it is a dog, what upgrades would you make? But now
It's a very nice. Okay. We're looking at a beautiful looking Scott Foyle with deep 65mm wheels with no logos on them. It's a hot looking bike.
It is.
Now I have my concerns. A 60mm deep front wheel with carbon spokes with a 32mm tire on it. I hope you're not coming down the Great Ocean Road descent back into lawn.
No.
You're in the gutter. You are
You're off the
straight
cliff.
into the ditch. But
you're probably catching on the descent, on the flat.
yeah, you're catching back up if you can make it down in one piece. To me, this is an out-and-out fast bike. Not the best bike for everyone, but, you know, this is, like, I'm thinking even like Paris-Roubaix Sportif. I don't think this is tubeless, was it? You definitely want to do that. Come on, get off the fucking TPU tubes. Come on. Get off them. Do that tubeless, and that's a Paris-Roubaix Sportif front group, 370 watts, you know, good 1 minute power. Rip across some of the sections. Yep. I like it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the wheels are the only concern, like you said. I mean, he really is doubling down on how much he likes those. So I'll allow it in this particular circumstance. You are starting to drift for me into that, like, spec, tricking out the specs into an avenue that's decreasing your actual performance.
Yeah.
You're right at the limit of it.
You've like really sold yourself it's quick, but you do the wrong bunch right on the wrong day, and you're sort of going, oh, and but you don't, you lie to yourself and you pretend like you're not quite sketched out when the crosswind hits.
Like a set of envies on this, beautiful, happy days. Those wheels that you've got there, if those wheels go on the Venge, maybe we have a talking point with the Venge, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fast bike. Last but not least is a long-time listener.
He's got the stickers on the chainring. Is it a dog and certified fast? All right, we got to pick.
Okay, it's a Quick Pro AR1 frame set large, 0 offset seat post, Quick SSL Zephyr handlebars, 38 wide, 90 mil stem, Fast Sports 2025 Evo C Series 50s, the wheels I have, Conti GP 5000 2032s, Seller Italia Boost, Tune Superlight bottle cages, SRAM Force E1, including the rotors, SRAM Force E1 crankset, 165 mil cranks, 5037, 1036, lives close to the Alps. Asioma Uno power meter, chain is waxed, bike is 6.4 kilos, ready to rides, with bottle cages, pedals, and Garmin 1040 Soul, like with the Garmin on it. Wow.
That's
okay.
Insane.
This is the World Championship winning bike.
Yeah. No, this is a setup, right? So the context is coming off a full weight weenied Windspace SLC rim brake with mechanical SRAM red. Yes, full Durian Rider approved for the last 2 years. Yeah, so this is vastly superior. This is a great bike. What tires is he running? The tubeless 32. Oh,
I mean, yeah.
The alloy spoked Fast Sports with your aero tweaked climbing bike.
Fantastic.
6.4 kilos with pedals, with eaten up rubber like no one's business on your 32s tubeless. I mean, that's how you get. Now the fit's a bit. Nah, he's got the old China bike stitch up. Should have sized up. I reckon it's too. Oh, it looks like quite a short stem. Maybe a bit of an awkward bike fit.
It's only a 90 mil stem. Yeah.
Okay, maybe pending a fit. I mean, that's textbook how you convert a rim breaker.
Yes, that well said. Actually,
that's how you get them off it.
How you convert a rim breaker.
Imagine the brake. Imagine this. He goes to the first ride and he's only ridden the rim brakes and he's on the new SRAM red, one finger braking. You just never get them off it.
Oh, did you see? Oh shit, that's amazing. Yeah.
And it'd be like 80 times more comfortable. Yeah, killer. That's easy. Fast bike. Subscriber questions. Can I read this one, Chris?
Comments. Yes, go on.
Comments, sorry. Chris. Love the look of that t-shirt. Sorry. Chris. Love the look of that shirt over your usual t-shirts. Your sleeves are still too big, though. Show off those arms more and tighten that up.
Yep.
Love your show.
It's
Chris has got some fans in the comments
It's fantastic. Yep.
All
Most liked
right.
comment. I was in there liking it. I pinned it.
By your
early.
18
Yeah.
anonymous
Yeah.
accounts. You got the bots on
That's
it.
how I got in there. The Russians involved.
Okay.
Yep. As I mentioned, it was a big talking point last week.
All right.
We're doubling down on shirts. It's the shirt show.
Still not seeing enough arm though.
No.
We want a little
we'll
bit
get
of
there.
little bit of buy and
Summer's
try
not
next
far
week.
enough along.
Okay.
I hit the gym before I come in here. The other comment, which we had a history of Tade's team boss was liked. The other one was the biggest thing that I've found for my own improvement, and Chris harps on about this, is doing your endurance ride solo. This is so important. You need to eat the wind by yourself and not be tempted to chase some asshat sprinting for a town sign or whatever. Just straight up hours of 65% FTP whenever you're at. Nothing sexy. Basically, put yourself in a human erg mode. It's really selling it here. Beside building a massive aerobic base, it also just zen with some music and your Shocks headphones. No free ads on this show.
Yeah, hold on. Bleep that.
Delete that. With your non-branded headphones and no one else to worry about. Solo rides overrated, Jesse? I can't do them anymore.
Solo rides?
I just can't.
You have been doing them.
Oh, like for an hour and a half. I mean, like what he's talking about, like going out and doing a 4-hour endurance ride. I just don't have it.
That sounds quite nice. I'd do it.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
So he's just missed not stopping. Did he mention that in there? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Try not to stop. That would be the only thing I add to this list of.
Try not to stop.
Zone
Try not
2.
to freewheel.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I've brought my bike path route back in as one of my endurance rides.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one of the hardest parts is because it's a bike path. Obviously, you're running a gravel bike, you're trying to slow down, but there are lots of turns and that sort of stuff. So you do develop some hold the brakes through the corners while still trying to keep some power on the pedals. That's a little trick that I'll tend to try and use.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to avoid going around and around Centennial Park. All right, with that in mind, Jesse, we'll see everyone next week.
Adios.